Good morning, everybody. It is a Saturday. Stan is dropping me off at work today because my car broke down again. And so some Saturdays we just fill in because patients need access to medicine and, you know, somebody needs to work. But yeah, I was just talking to Stan this morning how horrendous our sleep was last night. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yes. Man of very little words. Oh, and then London's crying again. London, why are you crying? Okay, so I don't think that we can do a mental health series without talking about sleep or insomnia or sleep disorders, because I feel like sleep is such an integral part of health. It affects not only your mood, depression and anxiety can make sleeping worse, and bad sleep can also worsen depression and anxiety, vice versa. So today we're going to talk a little bit about things to combat that, things that we can control, and to try to make our sleep a little bit better.
Bye.
Okay, I should go.
So this is just my routine when I go to work. I go in through the back, I check my temperature, and then grab a new mask. But I want to tell you guys a little bit about why we had such horrible sleep last night. London woke up multiple times. He sleeps horizontal, so he headbutts me in the back and then kicks Stan in the face, so we both can't sleep. And then Wyatt comes in the middle of the night and also joins in bed with us. And to be honest, this is most nights for us, so this is tip number one. If you guys want solid, uninterrupted sleep, I recommend taking all little humans and pets out of your bedroom. Easier said than done, though. Oh, and this is me getting free coffee, which brings me to tip number two, is keep all your caffeine intake prior to noon, because the half-life of coffee can range anywhere from 5 to 10 hours. So any caffeine that you drink after noon will just make it harder for you to fall asleep at night.
All right, so I'm at work early, like an hour early, because last night our computer system at the clinic kind of just shut down on us. It wasn't responding, and so I still had to see patients, and I'm still responsible to do all the notes and all that stuff, but I couldn't because our system was down. So the not so glamorous life of medicine is writing all these notes behind the scenes and spending like extra hours documenting things so we as doctors will get paid. Like, it's not enough to see the patient. You have to document every single thing that you did, and if you didn't, you can possibly get sued by insurance, and then it's another whole hot mess. I hate that medicine is this way, but that's just how the United States is doing it, which is ridiculous. So for those of you who are not in medicine and who don't know what a note looks like, I think they made new laws where all patients have access to physician charts. And so you can literally look at your chart and see what your physician wrote. But basically I would explain it like, imagine if you went to an auto shop to get your oil changed or to fix something, and the mechanic had to write down like all the past history of your car accidents and your traffic tickets and every minor bump or whatever, and list out everything that they did to your car, from like turning a nut to a bolt to whatever, opening the car trunk, and how many times they did it. And I don't know, it's too much. It's ridiculous. So I have about, let's see, oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 charts that I didn't close last night. All right, so I'm gonna do this now.
So reason number 3 of why you're probably not getting good sleep is because you are anxious, stressed, or depressed. Last night I had a horrible dream that Stan told me he was short of breath, he couldn't breathe, and when I checked his oxygen saturation, he was at 31, and I totally freaked out in my dream. I suddenly woke up and I couldn't go back to sleep. This meant that he was COVID positive in my dream, if you guys didn't get that. I've been super stressed out at work lately. I've been seeing a lot more COVID positive patients. I haven't been dealing with it well, obviously. It's manifesting in my dreams. And here's me eating in front of my computer because I also need to take notes at the same time. This is not very glamorous. If you guys wanted to see a glamorous life of a doctor, it is definitely not this. But check out this awesome avocado I got with a tiny seed and so much meat in it. So while I was at work, Stan took the kids out to the park because it was such a beautiful day, which brings me to tip number 4. If possible, get as much sun exposure as you can during the day. This helps regulate your circadian rhythm. You know, during the day, you make more melatonin, and then later on at night, when the sun is going down, you should really mimic the lighting in your house to dim the lights, to get your body ready and to signal that it is time for sleep. This will make it a lot easier for you to fall asleep at night. I also recommend that my patients don't use any sort of electronic devices such as phones, computers, laptops, iPads, TVs, 1 to 2 hours prior to bedtime. The blue screen or even light, that light in general, messes up your circadian rhythm and decreases your melatonin level, which makes it harder for you to fall asleep. Seeing the kids run around like this brings me to tip number 5, that physical activity can help you go to sleep. But there's a caveat that if you do vigorous activity after 5 p.m., it can prevent you from going to sleep because of the increase in adrenaline.
All right, guys, so I am home from work now, and this guy is still sleeping. Ah! This is very bad sleep hygiene. Bad. Bad, bad, bad. And you're awake. That's good.
Yeah.
And then we have a mess, you know, like usual. Oh, he wants to show you something. You did that all by yourself?
With Daddy and me.
With Daddy and you? Good job.
I tickle him.
Hey, come on, wake up, buddy.
His eyes are a little bit open.
Wake up, London. Wake up, buddy.
So much fun at the park.
Come on, buddy. Wake up.
Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Wyatt, stop.
Wake up. Patting his head. Pat, 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 pat.
Stop, Wyatt. Jesus.
Pat, pat. Pat, 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 pat. Baby, wake up. It's morning time. No. It's morning time.
It's morning time? It's not morning time.
It's almost nighttime.
It said it's morning time for Bay London. What do you mean? It's almost nighttime. It's not almost nighttime.
Say hi to mommy. Say hi to mommy.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Wyatt. And then tonight we are going to have some spring rolls. Just try it.
Huh?
Just try it.
A sauce? Ew.
No, that's not you. You love it.
How about this side because it has sparkles on it?
Good? No. Okay.
Probably that, Mom.
Huh? Oh, I'm not gonna eat it because I already wrapped this. Go ahead, you put in yours.
That's it. No, no.
Now we are finally getting ourselves ready for bed, but as you guys can see, most of the things that we did to help us fall asleep and stay asleep, have good sleep, happened during the day. The last step here is just a good sleep routine. Our bodies need to be able to wind down and have some sort of consistency. If you guys remembered, if you were younger, you probably had some sort of sleep routine where your parents either read you a story, you had a bath, or you were able to run around and let all that energy out, and finally they tucked you back into your bed, kiss you goodnight. And so as adults, our brains don't naturally just become more mature and are able to shut off. We still need that time to wind down, just like we did when we were kids. So dim the lights and turn off all your electronics. Try to do some meditation or maybe draw a warm bath, and just give yourself about an hour to wind down before you actually plan to go to sleep. So say you've done all that and still after 20 minutes you are unable to sleep. At that point, the best thing to do is actually get out of bed and go do something else, read. Because the longer you stay awake in bed, you associate that feeling of awake with that location. And so the best thing to do is just to get up and then come back when you're tired. Just like how you associate your desk with studying or your dining table to eating dinner, we want to associate sleep with your bed. So those are just some of my tips on sleep and insomnia. I hope that you guys found it useful. Remember what I said about feeling depressed or anxious. There are physical things that we can do to help ourselves to feel better that are not medications, and those include exercise, good nutrition, and sleep. We touched on those other two in previous videos. In the next video, I'm going to talk all about relationships. I hope you guys are ready. I am so excited. If you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.